Welcome back to the Glory Hunter. We have the most huge of episodes today as we end the calendar year of December and head towards the January transfer window, plans of which are forming. We have a big episode with regards to the amount of games and, most importantly, who those games are against. Leeds, Liverpool, Newcastle. Now, on first glance, you might think, it's not that massive, Ches. But then when you look at the league table, you realise that we're in third, and Liverpool are second, Newcastle are fourth, and Leeds are sixth. So, yes, giant episode for us today. 3 of the sides that are all around us, and 3 of the other title-chasing teams to play. Julian Alvarez for Newcastle will be a player we have to keep a keen eye on. Diaz at Liverpool is scoring goals as well. Musiala at Newcastle has 7. And it's... well, Leeds have got a striker that is particularly good, but he doesn't appear to be scoring that many goals. He was brought to my attention via my scout report. Eli Wahi, 84 rated, is rapid with 87 finishing and good ball control and dribbling, but apparently he's not scoring that many goals. So I'm not sure who to be scared of in the Leeds side. All we know is that everyone should be scared of us. With 10 games won, 3 drawn, 3 lost, we've scored more goals than anybody else in the league by the looks of things. It's just defensively we need to be a little bit better. And hopefully today we will be a little bit better. I've added to the transfer list Rodri and Jack Grealish. Neither feature for me very heavily at all. Both are, specifically Rodri, that's up to 90 odd million pounds just sat there that I'm not using. Now I could utilise that much better with replacements in other positions and recall a loanee or 2. Particularly in Grealish's case, I'd sell Grealish and recall Keiki or Yan Kuto and then have them as backup with Cole Palmer, and that would free up the opportunity to perhaps bring in 2 or maybe even 3 of the players I have here on my shortlist, although they would only be fringe players. Obviously I wouldn't be able to afford someone like Albert that's going to cost me upwards of £200 million, just like we played for Bellini in the summer. So without any further ado, let's get the football out of the way, and hopefully the transfer window stuff will set itself up in due course, ready for tomorrow's transfer window episode. Do drop the video a like if you're continuing to enjoy this save. I'd very much appreciate it. It really helps the channel, so please do. And for those of you that aren't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and you'll never miss a video. We start with a trip to Elland Road, and it only gets more difficult from there. Leeds United challenging for Champions League spot at the very least. Oliver Baumann in goal in their 4-2-3-1. Timothy Fosu-Mensah, Issa Diop, Chris Richards and Cody Drama at the back 4. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg has Lewis Bate alongside him. There's Samuel Lino on the left, on the right, and Mikhailo Mudryk on the left. Fabio Vieira at cam at 87 rated is their highest rated player, and then the previously looked at Eli Wahi up top, who's, now that I've mentioned he's not scoring many goals and he's not on that top goal scorer list, watch him now bag a hat-trick against me and make me regret even letting you know that he was a thing. I've rotated slightly for this game with the Liverpool game at the weekend coming up. It's probably going to be more difficult, you would have thought, the one against Liverpool, in theory anyway. So that's nasty from Lino, but apparently he got some of the ball. Not sure about that, mate. So fingers crossed these fringe players can do the job, but let's be honest, it's Kevin De Bruyne and co, so they absolutely should be able to do the job. Keeping Leeds out is not going to be easy, but if Ruben Dias can continue to do that, we should be absolutely fine. But Ousmane Dembele's passing is going to have to be better than it was just there. De Bruyne, don't rush it. Oh, I was trying to switch that out to Bellini, but there is a Leeds man in the way, but he used an arm. Never know, might still be able to create something here. De Bruyne around the corner to Bellini. I want to tuck this back. And De Bruyne again, out of his feet. Rafa Mia! 1-0 to Manchester City. It's been all City in the opening 10 minutes. I don't think Leeds have barely touched the ball at all. And we have ourselves a 1-0 lead. In fact, if I go to the match facts, it is 88% possession. Leeds have barely touched the ball at all. Well, faith shown to be well placed in those fringe players as they were heavily involved in that. And we've scored. trying to stick to him too. Wahi, oh, good save. Relatively comfortable height for the goalkeeper, but able to make the stop nonetheless. Camavinga will lift this. Slight deflection, but again, it doesn't matter. Hit an arm, we would have got the free kick anyway. True flirt, inside to Rafamir. Dembele's there just waiting, and the defender that was with him just left him alone. Dembele, brilliant footwork to turn inside. Baumann with a good enough save. That might fall for Calderon. It hasn't, unfortunately. We won't take a second goal advantage. But crucially at the other end as well, we also didn't get pegged back. He says. We didn't get pegged back. He says. Don't you dare. I've won the ball, ref! I've won the ball! Trufo's incensed. As am I. I need to see a replay of that. Hands behind his back. And then, I mean, he steps in, kicks the ball away. And the Leeds man falls to the ground under the pressure of the challenge, which was a fair one. Why he steps up. And he won't see a better penalty all day. Leeds United level. Ep8 and Vieira. Vieira. Oh, what a great save by Ederson. Seemed like it actually made it past him, and a late hand down to his right-hand side ensured that it didn't go into the back of the net. It looked like it was destined for the bottom corner there, and why he was going to score a second. Thankfully, my Brazilian goalkeeper appears to be on form so far today, which is good news, because I'm probably going to need him to be. De Bruyne to Calderon. There is not much time left in this first half. So Ousmane Dembele is going to have to do something positive here. And positive he is. Driving in towards the box. Finding Calderon on his left. Tried to take it into his stride, onto his left to take the shot because of the pressure on the defender on the right. Just too many white shirts around me there. We could have gone in at half-time 2-1 up, but we don't. We are level. It's done well. It's done really well, Calderon. Bellini. Camavinga lay that in front of De Bruyne. And look at the run of Ousmane Dembele, who's in behind. The header! Wide of the target. Ousmane was worth a go, my friend. Great run. I maybe could have played that on the floor with the quality of De Bruyne's passing. I wasn't sure whether the defender would have intercepted it if I did, so I went for the aerial option. Didn't quite pay out for us. That's a foul. Although the referee let that go. This referee seems to be very lenient, apart from the one moment where he gave a penalty to Leeds for literally nothing. Wahi with the turn. Oh, that 1-2's done me. Pablo Torres, 2-1 Leeds United. They brought Pablo Torres on off the bench. And he's having the desired impact. Given away. That was really bad. Oh, what a ball. All about the assist. Rafamir, that was spectacular, mate. 2-2. We are not behind for long. Fabio Bellini levels it up for us. And that pass is well worth a look again. What a ball. Did he no-look it as well? Looked almost as if he just played it without looking. An excellent finish. Bellini on his favoured side was never going to miss that, was he really? We are level again with 25 minutes to go to now try and find a winner. 3 minutes added on. Moments to go. Oh, I should have played Erling, shouldn't I? Here's Bellini. Cuts inside well. Erling. Oh, he needed to spin the man. Can Pedri win it back? No, it's going to be a 2-2 draw against Leeds. Well, Manchester United were drawing at half-time, as were Arsenal and Liverpool. Newcastle were losing to Wolves. If all those other results have stayed as they were, a draw against Leeds isn't as bad a result as I fear it might well have been. Man United did win in the end against Bournemouth. That's annoying. Arsenal and Liverpool do take points off each other. I didn't quite glance at the Newcastle result there, but they stay on 31 points, so they must have lost. Correct? Question mark? Let's have a quick double check. Newcastle played Wolves. No, Newcastle lost to Wolves by 2-0. So a number of sides dropping points, but Manchester United taking their opportunity to open up a gap at the top. Albeit that gap is only 2 points to Liverpool and 3 to me. Up next for us is that second place Liverpool team at the weekend. Oh, is it? It's away as well. We're off from Ellen Road now to Anfield. Liverpool's 4-3-3 on a snowy afternoon at Anfield is Alisson, Trent, Max Kilman, Konate and Tomiyasu at left back. Fabian Ruiz in the midfield alongside Tommaso Pobega and a 91 rated Frenkie de Jong. And the front three of Rodrigo, Jota and Luis Diaz. They're second in the league. We're third in the league, so goes without saying, giant fixture this, just as it is in real life whenever Liverpool and Manchester City come together these past 3 or 4 years. It has that same level of importance yet again. Although this time, Manchester United are involved in a title fight for the first time in quite a while. IRL. Foden's in here, but the angle is tight. I'm going to get lucky, but it doesn't quite fall for me super kindly. Try and put Trent under pressure, and I think actually that was a tackle that took it to Konate, but no opening chance for us that's clear-cut and presenting a glorious open opportunity to score a goal, thanks to good defending from the boys in red. Essentially to Fabian Ruiz. Could have closed that down there. Elected not to. Here's Rodrigo. Burst past João Cancelo, but Portuguese gets in the way twice. Dembele, we'll clear that. I was hoping Dembele would stay on his feet and I could just lay that off. Haaland has gone down and stayed down, has he? No, he's getting back up and he's helping to his feet. I did have a little bit of a panic there, because if we lose Erling, we are in serious trouble. Genuine trouble. Thankfully, he's okay. Oh, dearie me. That will tug on the old heartstrings. Poke that early for Erling. And through the gap was brilliantly played. Usman will get there. Support here from Pedri. Look to bend it. It's well blocked. Can Bellini get to that first? No, Rodrigo does. And Liverpool clear their lines. 25 minutes in. Still no obvious opportunity for either side to score a goal. Neither goalkeeper forced into any sort of proper save. But that's due to excellent defensive work on both sides. But here come Liverpool now. But Ruben Dias is too good to get fooled like that. João Cancelo through the gap. Dembele to Haaland, looking for Foden, who should just have the legs to get away from Konate before we have to worry about him not having much strength, and that very nearly crosses the line. Camavinga loses out that aerial encounter. Foden couldn't quite seal that past the goalkeeper. Alisson comes out to smother it well. We've seen Edison do that a number of times in this season so far. And Phil Foden couldn't quite force the ball over the line. Cancelo keeps that in play and ensures that it doesn't cross the line in a positive sense this time. Jesus, where did Rodrigo come from there? That's excellent tracking back from the Brazilian winger. We do obviously have De Bruyne and Rodri. I'm looking to sell Rodri. Ooh, that was a strike. And yeah, no need for the goal decision system. Clearly not over the line earlier on in the half. Ruiz will take this short to Rodrigo, who's now delivered a decent ball. Ruben Dias somehow climbs over 2 or 3 men to get to that. Foden's touch couldn't quite be taken there. Pedro Porro shows great interceptions. Is there a free kick given there for something? There is. Dangerous. Surely you'd put Trent on this. Trent is here with them. Trent takes it. Oh, off the bar. So very nearly. Oh, that's a nice through ball to Rodrigo. Good block by Ruben Dias. Ha! Balls! Diogo Jota gives Liverpool a 1-0 lead. We win it back. And I've got such little options there with the fullback. I mean, where with João Cancelo in this situation do you go? I can either give it to Dembele, who's right next to me, or I could try and get it through there. I mean, as he takes control, the obvious is to go inside there. So that's what I've tried to do. I mean, he's tried to kick it forward. That's why it didn't make it. I was trying to give that to Pedri there, and he's tried to kick it to Erling. He's then worked his way inside to Jota, who strikes it, and the keeper just can't keep it out. Plants his foot. Remember that Bremer opportunity earlier in the season where he planted his foot and then his foot glided one way whilst it was planted, and then the stretched animation meant that he couldn't get there. Same animation, this time with a goalkeeper, not a defender. 1-0 Liverpool. Counter could be on of sorts. De Bruyne, Erling's going. Erling is gone. Takes so long to change his stride, but I don't know what Trent's doing. I don't know what Ousmane Dembele's doing. Jesus wept, Ousmane. Trent just didn't decide to defend at all, and Dembele cannot finish to save his life. He is so bad, Ousmane Dembele, in situations like that. It's infuriating. You'll see Trent here. The ball comes out to Dembele. Trent looks at him and then just stands there and doesn't do anything. because it's registering the man with the gloves on there as being active in the play. But Dembele here, from this angle, how is he not even hitting the target at all? Usman, that is unacceptable. Look at the amount of goal he's got to aim at there. It's just really, it's not even close. It's really bad. Oh, I'd be open to selling Usman Dembele, but I don't know who else I could get in of good enough quality with the financial situation that we have to try and replace him. Tomiyasu into the middle. Oh, God! Ruben Dias almost diverting it into his own goal there with the attempted clearance. Thankfully, it doesn't go in. Rodrigo delivers. Foden is there. Oh, Joao Cancelo, I don't like this. Just show a bit of pace, shall we? Good lad, well done. We're away. If Cole Palmer could actually move, that'd be lovely. Erling is on the way, and we'll dink it. Come on, Erling, you're in. Come on, Erling, you're in. Come on, Erling, you're in. Haaland! That's how you do it, Usman. That's how you do it. It's 1-1. Get in. There's Pedro Porro arriving. Foden's gone again, actually. I've got plenty of sky blue shirts with me here, though, one of which is Bellini. Oh, look for Foden. No, why would you play it to the man on the floor? Oh, God, game, please. Pedro Porro on the overlap. And he's tried to kick it to the man that was stood on the floor, not moving. Oh, God, that's infuriating. Right, let's take this short. Why is Erling all the way back here? Bremer around the corner. It's Pedri. In the middle is Foden. If someone's back here, Hurling, yeah! Hurling! Hurling Erland! Woo! He's loving life! He can't believe it! Manchester City 2! Liverpool 1 with the last kick of the game. Brilliant pullback by Pedri. They're doing the Poznan in the stands. We're loving life. Pedri does really well. Look at Erling getting away from the man and slamming it home. Yes! Haaland! Get in! Erling's 16th goal in 18 games. He is the man. We win at Anfield. 3 points after being 1-0 down in frustrating circumstances. We still get the dub. Get in. That was so important. Right, up next, Wickham in the Cup, I believe. Then Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. And then it's the big one against Newcastle after that. Oh, yes. Right. Usman Dembele, you're going on the transfer list, pal. Tata, you're shite. How the hell is a player with stats like that 81 rated? 83 ball control and dribbling, 86 finishing, 85 short passing, 87 long shots, 85 shot power, 83 short passing, rapid, amazing agility and balance. How is he only 81 rated? That's insane. Would he be better as a striker or as a centre forward? I'm sure his overall would rocket, Abdul. He can't cross, so retraining him as a winger is not the best of ideas. But I bet it'd be insane. 86 potential. Starts at 67. 86 potential. I've never heard of him. 18-year-old Ghanaian. He's never popped up in the comments section. Never popped up on any save. And now, out of nowhere, he looks like an absolute ball. Is that a cheap Usman Dembele replacement? I don't know. Rodri, a bid for him from Spurs. He reckons I could get up to 114 million. I would like over 95 if I can get it. No. They don't want to pay any more than 85.4. Okay, that one fell through. Not to worry. I'm sure there'll be further interest. Up next, Wickham in the Cup. It was snowing in the northwest. It's raining in the south now here against Wickham in the FA Cup. Fully rotated outfield 11, but rather evidently should still be more than capable of getting a strong victory here against Wickham in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. It's not on the list in the trophy room, but England, the only nation, as far as I'm aware, I can recall, on FIFA that has... Yikes. That has a second domestic trophy that you could potentially win. Obviously, in the lower leagues, there's a third with a Papa John's trophy as well. There's just so much cup football in England, isn't it? It's really weird compared to the rest of Europe. But there used to be... Sure, there used to be 2 cup competitions in France as well. There's 2 cup competitions in Scotland, I think, as well. But at the moment, We're 1-0 down here against Wickham away from home with a side that could easily finish mid-table in the Premier League. So, be better, please, gentlemen. I'm going to need some better players in here. Bellini, please. Come on, lads. If you don't mind, we're still 1-0 down to Wickham. Good save by Striek. A corner into the middle. Still danger. Goal! Fabio Bellini. Lovely little quick passing move from the set piece in the box. We're level. I mean, well, no, it wouldn't go to replay, would it? It's Carabao Cup, not FA Cup, so it would be straight to penalties if it ends as is. And if it looks like it's going to end as is, I will take control at the end and manually do the penalty shootout. Not that that's going to matter, because Erling Haaland off the bench loops a header over the goalkeeper and we lead. We've had to call on the big boys from the bench, but they are doing the business, thankfully. 3 minutes to go. We might even make it look a little bit more comfortable when it really hasn't been. Who needs Hanlon when you've got Haaland? Sorry. But my big boy Norwegian is the one that's going to win the league for me. Well, I hope win the league for me. And win the League Cup tie for us as well. Chelsea 6. Swindon 2. That's how you beat lower league opposition, lads. Spurs only through on penalties against Brighton. Arsenal only through on penalties against West Ham. So both North London sides, Chelsea and Manchester City, into the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. That's not going to be easy at all, is it? Not even slightly. Inter have bid £96.8 million for Rodri. That's more like it. Let's just go for 98 million. That's still... Okay, that's fine. 96.8 is still a hell of a lot of money for a 30-year-old. Rodri just doesn't play for me. It makes absolute sense when there's other positions in the squad we want to flesh out to cash in whilst we still can on a player that is higher rated, that is on the fringes for me. I could bring in someone that is lower rated that would do just as good a job and it would free up some cash. I've got to take the money there, I'm afraid. He needs to go, Rodri, and it looks like he will be. Up next for us, Nottingham Forest. Transfer business in today's episode, let alone tomorrow's. Nottingham Forest coming up next in the league, and then Newcastle after that. Nottingham Forest at home in the Premier League. They have a 5-back formation, but that defence is full of 82 and 83 rated players, so they are going to be pretty... Oh my god, a red card after 4 minutes 40 seconds for one of those centre-back. What on earth? Yeah, I'll jump in, thank you. I still need to take Erling off free kicks, don't I? Forest down to... I don't think I've seen that before. I genuinely don't think I've seen that before in a Sims game like that. Bellini will wind this up then. Let's try and find that top corner. 2 3/4 bars of power. Bellini. Oh, top save by the goalkeeper. Brilliant stop. We'll jump back to the sim. Come on then. And the overlap. Of course. It had to be him, didn't it? Ousmane bloody Dembele. Well, at least it puts him in the shot window. Very much so. We are almost certainly going to sell Ousmane Dembele and buy that Cam from Burnley and either move him to a striker or a winger. I'm thinking striker. We'll sack off the whole Ronaldo regen, Roldao Ramos, because he's 70 million plus. 2-0, Pedri. And then for less than half the price, we'll sign that Cam from Burnley, change him to a striker because he's got 86 finishing, and his overall will shoot up. And then we can have even more money to spend on perhaps a much higher quality left winger and central midfielder. The transfer window was initially not something I was really that much looking forward to. 3-0, Dembele again. Because I didn't think we'd have much money to do anything. All of a sudden, this January transfer window is going to have a lot of business in it, and it could absolutely make our season. For Rafa Mir off the bench, grabs a goal. We substituted a handful of first-team players out Because why would you not when you're 3-0 up and comfortable, when you've got a big game in a few days' time? And thankfully, those that have come in are good enough not only to maintain the result, he says, as Harvey Elliott pulls one back, but improve on it as well. Although it is now only a 3-goal advantage once again. I mean, that's insane. The football there, the composure and patience, that was nutty. It's 5-1 here against Nottingham Forest. Well, we are going to get a win in back-to-back Premier League games. This one slightly more straightforward than the one at Anfield. And if we can win against Newcastle as well, and only drop points against Leeds today, I'd say it's been a very successful day, wouldn't you? A 5-1 victory at home against City as Arsenal draw, Leeds beat Liverpool, Spurs drew with Manchester United, and all of a sudden, Manchester City are top of the table. Well, where's that come from? Top by 2 points as well. Holy moly! Okay, with Newcastle to play next, at the halfway stage of the season, we're bloody top. 4-3-3 for Newcastle, Alex Merritt in goal, Serginho Dest, Andreas Christensen, Unai Nunez and Jamal Lewis still lacking in the left-back area, this Newcastle squad. Wait and see what they do in January. Ibrahim Sangare in midfield alongside Mason Mount and a 91 rated Jamal Musiala. That's scary. Samuel Chukwueze on the right, Julian Alvarez up top and Patrick Wimmer on the winger. With the form we've been in, I'd love to get another 3 points here. I wouldn't mind drawing. But after losing to Newcastle last time we played them, a little bit of payback, a little bit of revenge would be absolutely beautiful. Ruben Dias can have to deal with Serginho Dest here. Okay. Oh, not what I anticipated happening when I said deal with Serginho Dest. But Ruben Dias refuses to give up and will come away with the ball. Relentless defending from the Portuguese. Erling, a 1-2 perhaps. With Foden with me. I said with Foden with me. Usman onside. Oh, he can hit the target. He can do it. Usman Dembele makes it Manchester City 1, Newcastle United 0. Might that be the last action for him in a Manchester City shirt this season, potentially? Why don't you do that more regularly, dickhead? Mason Mount. Julian Alvarez, apparently, is his name now. This is good from Newcastle. Chukwueze. I overcommitted. No! Saved! Oh, God. And then broken cheekbone for Ederson there off the post, I think. Corner for Newcastle, 37th minute. Samuel Chukwueze. It's a good ball. Dembele's up. Why is it, since I put him on the transfer list, Usman Dembele has done everything absolutely spot on and really, really well? Isn't that just the way? Nice little flip around the corner from Okafor. There's not been much goalmouth action in this game, has there, really? We scored the goal, and we tried to create other opportunities, but they haven't come. Here's one, though. Oh, Erling's right foot. Not quite as good as his left, it seems. That was a real skewed, scuffed effort, wasn't it? 25 minutes to go here. Newcastle, well, just not great, if I'm honest. This was the one game I was actually least looking forward to after the way the game at home went. But this has been, to this point, the most straightforward one we've played to date. I bet they could still do what we did to Liverpool in the final few moments, so we won't count our chickens just yet. But at present, we look like we could be top of the league at Christmas and into the new year as well. Actually, I think this game is post-Christmas. So we were top of the league at Christmas, and we could be top of the league come New Year. Why do I open my mouth? 1-1. Shut up, Ches. Bellini looking for a 1-2, and we'll get there. Foden is the option. Foden is found. Foden scores. That didn't take long. We lead again. Thank you, Philip. Oh, he's done me there. That was excellent from Mason Mount. They've moved him wide right now. as they've made a change. Pedri somehow comes away with that and didn't use an arm either. Peters has just equalised for Chelsea against... Oh, God, that was a heavy touch. For Chelsea against Forest. We just beat Forest by 5-1. They're now currently holding Chelsea, and we're winning against Chelsea by 2-1. That is awful, Eduardo. The obvious ball was so easy to play there. Like that. Foden's in, and Foden scores. Game over. 3 points against Newcastle, 3 points against Liverpool, 3 points against Forest, cup progression, and a point against Leeds. We'll stay top, thank you. Bellini into Foden, who's on a hat-trick. Oh! But won't get it. Looking to get the assist instead. Harden's effort well blocked. Never mind, 3-1 win away from home. Those away fans will travel back from the northeast to the northwest. High in spirits. We will stay top of the Premier League as we push forward into the new year. Liverpool drew. Arsenal lost away from against Bournemouth. Other sides really falling off the wagon there. All of a sudden, we've gone from being 4 or 5 points off top to 4 or 6 points clear at the top. All it needed was that one run of form, and we've seen throughout the course of this episode, especially with Liverpool having Chelsea next as well, everybody in and around here is playing everybody in and around here. And considering we've won games against those around us, other than the Leeds game, it's really worked in our favour. 4 points clear of Manchester United, still with another Manchester derby left to play, although that doesn't come until March, I don't think. It's Arsenal in the Carabao Cup semi-finals, Forest Green in the FA Cup, that should be winnable, and PSG in the Champions League. Jesus! That's not going to be easy, is it? There's that game against Manchester United. January, going to be split into 2 because that's a busy month, isn't it? Let's be honest. But with money to spend then now, with Rodri having confirmed as leaving us, and in fact, as I advance just a day, we will confirm that Rodri leaves us. And Luis Fiorini's gone out on loan, as has Slicker. Manchester United want Dembele. I'd be happy to let him go there if they paid a premium fee. They will pay upwards of 80. Then they can have him. Erik ten Hag, he's your man if you put... Oh. Well, that's not exactly what I thought would happen when I tried to negotiate. I didn't expect you to offer me less money. Yep, alright, never mind. See you, pal. Bye-bye. Well, that will do us for today then, I think. Just advance one more day to confirm Rodri's departure. For some reason, it's not actually giving me an email to tell me that Rodri's departed. Has he agreed contract terms yet, Rodri? Or was that still there in the transfer hub, isn't it? Received offers. Yeah, he's not yet agreed contract terms with Inter. So he's not gone yet. So we don't have that money just yet. Please agree contract terms, Rodri. That's 100 million quid sat there, pal. I very much would like you to leave. I don't want to be mean about it, but piss off. I need that money. I need those pennies. So as we move into the January transfer window then, there is a lot to be done. There is a lot that will get done in and out. No interest yet in Jack Grealish, but we could use him as part of another deal if there is a lack of interest in him. But Rodri hopefully on his way. Dembele hopefully will be too. And from there, the squad will get better. It's already pretty damn good, but it's the right thing to do, I think. So we're going to do it. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed today's episode, of course. Let me know in the comment section who you think I should go for in the January transfer window. I really do like the idea of bringing in that previously unknown wonderkid of Fatuwu Isahaku. We'll call him Abdul. And I'll change him to striker. Because why would I pay up to 100 million for Roldao Ramos when his technicals look like that, when I could pay 40 for Fatuwu, when his technicals look like that? His overall would rocket, either as a centre forward, a striker, or a winger, surely. I'm going to get him in. I know that for sure. I don't quite have the money to do it now. It's going to cost me about £40 million. He moved to Burnley in the summer, but we have the financial clout and the draw to be like, come to me, mate. We're just going to flex our financial muscles in this window. And hopefully, we'll be able to get the business done that we need to. Join me tomorrow for some transfers. I'll see you then.